Hello and welcome back to another CodeIgniter video. We just got done adding smileys to our comments, and in this video we're going to create a calendar. CodeIgniter has a calendar library built in. Let's look at this at codeigniter.com. If we go to the user guide, we can look up calendar class. This has some good information, so we're going to initialize it and we're going to display the calendar. Then we'll do some customization. Let's actually use this display, so let's copy this. And let's add a new controller. And we won't use a view for this example. We're just going to echo this out. Let's see what this does. You can see it automatically outputs a calendar for us. And you can see that the 10th is bolded, and that's because today's June 10th, 2012, at least when I recorded it. So in 2 simple lines of code, it just made a calendar for us. Let's go ahead and customize this a little bit more. So before we load the library, let's add some preferences. So the first is show next and previous. I'm going to set that to true. And then if we do that, we need to tell it the URL. And then when we load the library, let's attach the preferences. And let's go ahead and look at this. Now we have a previous and next. And if you're unsure about the variables or what happens when you click on it, let's just click it. We can see it's adding the year and then the month. So let's add those variables to our function. So I'm say year equals false and month equals false, because we might go to that page without somebody entering a month by default. So what we want to do is we want to add some defaults. Year, if year equals false, then let's make the year be whatever the year is today. We'll do the same for month. Then we want to make some changes to what we generate. And the way it works is you do year and then month. Let's go ahead and load this. Now we have July loaded. We go back, we can see it's all working correctly. We just go to the index page and it goes to the correct month. But what if we wanted to add some links to some of these? Maybe we have events on certain days. After month, we can add some data to it. Let's go ahead and create that. This is very simple. All you do is you tell it what day. So I want it on the 3rd. And then you're going to add a link to it. Let's just add a post that we have. Now if I click on these, it goes to different posts. If I go to another month, you can see they're still selected them. That's because they're just statically being put in the 3rd, 26th every time. There's also a lot you can do with creating a template if you don't want to use CodeIgniter's built-in default template. We go back to the calendar class on codeigniter.com and we scroll down. We can see that they have information on this. It's basically a pseudo template. Let's go ahead and copy this. This is just another preference, so we can just add it like that. Now if we reload, we can see it looks different. I think it looks worse, but you can see that you have power to change things. If we view the source, we can see that it matches the code that we pasted. So if I went in here and maybe I wanted the width to equal 600, and I want it so that this is the previous and next. Let's do a height of 25 on those. Then we have weekday with the same height on that. Then everything else, I'm going to make it so that they're 50. Now if I view the page, it looks a lot better already. If we go back to June, we can see 10 is no longer bolded, but if we view the source, we can see that it added a class of highlight to it. So all you need to do here is just add some CSS in the view, and you can customize this quite a bit. We've now added the calendar, and we've linked it to different days, and we've customized the template a little bit. I recommend taking a look at the entire calendar library on the CodeIgniter user guide, and trying to set up a custom template yourself to try and make it look a lot better than the default does. This next video, we're going to see what CodeIgniter has to offer for setting up a shopping cart.